For the Jewish community, we have three separate areas of profound concern. We want to call the traditional Nazis, neo-Nazis, far-right, xenophobic, ultra-nationalists, which is also part of an overall trend in Europe. But obviously, when you talk about Germany or Austria, it resonates in a much more profound way. Secondly, we have a massive influx of Arab and Muslim people coming who are bringing with them baggage from the societies they came that is anti-Semitic. Besides being anti-Israel, it's anti-Jewish. Their challenge to German society is not only about Jews. They have a lot to learn about how to treat women, how to view other religions, people who have no religion, with many people in Germany who see freedom of religion means freedom from religion. But for our concerns, you have young Muslims who at home hear only things that are negative about Jews. In fact, probably the dirtiest word you can say to someone in their circles is to call them a Jew. That's just the truth. The third area is something that I think Germany has been slow to even consider and debate, and that's the anti-Semitism that comes from the left. Generally speaking, over the decades, I mean, what do you mean? I'm liberal, I'm progressive, and the Nazis are far right, so we couldn't possibly be guilty of anti-Semitism. Well, I think if we have to be honest about the definition of Islamophobia, if, unfortunately, as many people consider Islamophobia any criticism of people who invoke Islam to legitimize what they do, then I think we are in trouble. There are people who hate Muslims, who want to get them out of Germany, who are prepared to desecrate their holy books and do terrible things. And I think it's important for the governments across the world, including obviously in this side of the Atlantic, to monitor the situation and take appropriate steps. But to equate or conflate the two is, you know, if it wasn't so tragic, it would be a joke. And then the other, you know, piece of it, obviously, is I think many Germans were hoping that by bringing in so many Muslim and Arab migrants to Germany, when so many other countries said no, that this would really put a positive new face. Germany in the 21st century would remember it for this amazing humanitarian gesture, despite some minor problems that may accompany it. So that means that there are a lot of forces at work in Germany that don't want to focus per se on the problem, but want to say, yes, just like we have commitment on anti-Semitism, we're going to monitor Islamophobia. Speak to the Iraqi Jews whose loved ones didn't survive pogroms during World War II in Iraq.
My Iraqi ancestors.
Right? The Nazis were directly there. Obviously, the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem and all that in real time, in not only after the Holocaust. The Grand Mufti was one of the main cheerleaders for genocide of the Jewish people in the world during World War II, and paid no price for it. He visited death camps. He helped raise armies to fight, you know, on behalf of Hitler's cause. So he was a true cheerleader of genocide. I have no doubt, if God forbid, if the German military ever reached Israel, we know exactly what role he would have played. Yeah, I think part of it is they're really uncomfortable with the United States. They've, in some ways, have had it. Now, on the one hand, they like the fact that the United States has spent hundreds of billions of dollars to make sure that the Russians don't do to Germany what they've now done to eastern Ukraine. They like that part. They like being partners in NATO. They just don't really want to be lectured to anymore. So they like the good stuff, and they like the fact that until this president came along, where he's calling out some, disconcerting and uncomfortable truths, they really don't like him.